Bum, 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 bum. Yo, 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 yo. Test one. Let's see if this works. Visuals are a go. Text is working fine. Perfect. All perfect. Right, let's get this. There we go. Lock it in. Wonderful. Yo. Bum. Right, first things first. As always, viewer comments. Because I literally log into my PC once a week. And no more, no less. Ba-ba. Alright, let's move over. Let me adjust this real quick. Make it a little bit bigger. Perfect. Alright. Where is the music? There you are. Ba-da-da-ba. Here we go. What have I done? Let's start at the bottom. With good old Born. Why are you not here yet? You're always here first. Born sorted me out with this Gubigon, which is probably the best thing that I've purchased in a long time to clean manga. I just now need something, like he says, to stop the yellowing. Sandpaper, I think. Can you recommend... Oh, it's not typing. Can you recommend any non-damaging sandpaper? I've heard that helps with yellowing. I've seen people take their manga to like grinders, like grind down the yellow paper, the pages by like millimeters. I think that overall that would just damage the whole book. I think I can't imagine, especially I don't think you could do it on hardbacks, but yeah, I don't think it would be good for your manga to take damage from sandpaper. Nice job. Tino's always around. Although I'm pretty sure he changed his name from Tino to Tino. Thanks. Unboxy says, I love Gubigon. Gubigon's great. It's amazing. I'm using it on all my books. And kitchen, because my kitchen has loads of gunk on the side. I don't know why. It was a new kitchen from 2 years ago, and it's still got loads of nasty gunk from when they first fit it. Crazy. Ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-bum. Peter says, I'm new to your channel and really enjoying watching your videos. Thanks. You do a great job explaining different aspects of manga, story, characters, art, reading, experience, emotion. I don't know if I do a great job, but thanks. Archangel, how's it going? My guy. I watched a couple of your Twitter videos that you did. You and the guitar. Dude, you rock. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what you was playing, but it was very soothing. Very awesome. Have you been playing for a long time? Really enjoy the weekly streams I do. Oh, thanks. I I don't know. I have friends, but I don't have a lot that read a lot of manga, so I like to come on here and just chill in people's streams. Born, how's it going? I think it's really good that as of late, I think the last 2 weeks, I've seen quite a few people stream. I saw Manga Crash. He streamed the other day. He did a tier list. Doofy was streaming. East Coast Manga has been streaming on Mondays as well. He normally streams after me, like I would say 1 o'clock in the morning UK time. But I think it's good. People just kind of jump in, talk about what they've been buying, what they've been reading. I think it's just nice. I don't really get that with my friends. Some of them watch anime, but none of them are really interested in manga. Spontaneously for 6 years. I mean, you could have fooled me. You sound like an expert to me. I think you're great. Keep it up. Born, how's it going? How's your week been? How's your weekend? How's work treating you? I don't think I do. But I do my best. Glad you enjoy the content. Yeah, I think creating YouTube videos is great, but sometimes it feels one way because obviously there's a delay. Sometimes the creator doesn't respond back to you all the time. But yeah, I think going live and just talking to people about series and what they're collecting is just kind of like having an IRL conversation, but not. You got him to read Vagabond. It's probably one of those series, probably similar to maybe Vinland Saga or maybe Attack on Titan. They're series that you could probably recommend to people who don't watch anime or read manga, and they'd probably enjoy it for the most part. I got my friend hooked on Attack on Titan, and I asked him to watch Vinland Saga because he won't read it, but he'll watch it. I asked him to watch Vinland Saga. Is Vagabond any good? I see it in a few collections, but I've never really looked into it. I don't know what it's about, but it always seems to be, Gantz, Vinland Saga, Vagabond, Blade of the Immortal, all like the traditional hardback books that you seem to see. Everyone seems to have them. If they have one of the series, they've got all of them. Swamped at work, haven't replaced people that left. Oh, that sucks, dude. Hopefully it's not too much of a strain on you. I'm glad you're doing good though. Yeah, I know how you feel with things going wrong. Well, we're in a similar situation with you. We've only just started to recruit new people to our company. But obviously there's still, that was a 3-month waiting list before they started. And then you got the training aspect. You have to train them for like a month, 2 months. So you're still taking on so much work. It's like maybe half a year, 7 months before anything's kind of level again. You prefer streams for smaller channels like yours? Yeah, I think it's a little bit more intimate, isn't it? And you can, like you said, you can interact more. I mean, some of the bigger streams, I don't know if you've ever watched Boogie Snacks. He streams on Twitch. But he streams to like an average like 100 people, 150 people. And every so often he'll highlight one message and he'll talk to that person. And kind of everyone in chat kind of, back communicates with the message as well, but he can't read every single message. He can only read so much, and then at some point it feels like you're not really having that conversation. You're just watching a TV show at this point. Incredible. Yeah, I've never heard a bad thing about Vagabond, Gantz, Vinland Saga, Blade of the Immortal, Berserk. I don't know why, but I never hear a bad thing ever. Maybe just because the shonen community is so toxic about their favorite series that kind of area of the manga community kind of just, I don't know, makes everything else seem great. Like the seinen side, everything seinen or everything popular that's seinen always seems to, I don't know, just have songs of praise sung about them. Langston, how's it going? You still on holiday? How long's it been now? You wasn't here last week, and I wasn't here the week before, and I think the week before that you had 7 weeks. So what, you got like 3-4 weeks left of your holiday? Did you see your parents? So in this video that I made, this is why I hate manga. One of the sections I mentioned was that I don't like that publishers don't put color pages inside their books. And I think this guy got the wrong end of the stick, because he says about color pages, manga is black and white. If you don't like it or have a problem with it, then why are you even reading manga? That's not really what I'm trying to explain here. I'm just trying to say that don't print the color pages in black and white. I understand that, you know, manga is black and white. I get that. I've got like 600 books, all black and white. It would just be nice when I open a page of One Piece, if the front pages were, you know, colored, which would be nice, you know. Vagabond blew you away? Crazy. Well, it's another one I guess I will stick on the list. Is it complete as well? It's not finished or anything. Erin, how's it going? You're in early today. How are you? How's your evening? Or morning? Or night? What, you go back to work today? You said you had 7 weeks off. Has it been 7 weeks already? That's crazy. Back to work, back to reality, back to the grind. I'm glad you had a good time though. That's good. You definitely got the wrong end of the stick? Yeah, I think so. I never know what to do with these. I guess I could always just go really aggressive against him. I'll reply to him separately. I don't really want to reply to him right now. I can't stay live too long today. I've been super busy this weekend. I read almost no manga this weekend, and I really wanted to, but I couldn't. My frame rate is actually really low. It keeps... Yeah, there's something wrong with my camera. I'm not too sure what happened. I might have to get a new one. Afternoon in Miami. What's the heat like? What's the weather like? It's scorching here in the UK. It's not great. Let's move you. It's hot. Yeah, it's pretty hot everywhere. Now, I don't know if anybody heard. I can't find it anywhere. I can't find it confirmed anywhere. But I heard Chainsaw Man was taking a hiatus for a couple of weeks. Which is a shame, because what everyone's calling part 2 is... It only just started like 3-4 weeks ago now, and it's already taken hiatus. I hope it's not. I'm sure I saw a tweet about it, but it's crazy. I've seen quite a couple of other manga artists say that they're going on hiatus, which is a shame. I just hope he's doing okay if he is taking a break. Oh, you had 5 weeks off? I thought you had 7. My bad. You found a Vagabond single? That's almost not heard of. They only do the omnibuses now. Even the paperback omnibuses are really hard to come by. What number was it? Yeah, Chainsaw Man seems to be having mixed reviews. Lots of people, I don't want to spoil anything, but a lot of people haven't been enjoying it. Some people have. I think people are just a little bit upset that the main character hasn't shown up again. But I'm sure he will at some point. You haven't started one yet, but soon? Good, good. Also, on quick news, let me. Is this? Yeah. One Piece hit 500 million copies worldwide in print. That's 500 billion volumes sold. That is an absurd amount of manga copies. That is a lot of trees. I think this is very impressive. I was chilling in East Coast Manga's stream last night, and someone mentioned that One Piece is the only English released, English printed volume that has reached, going to reach 100 volumes. Nothing else reached it. I think Detective Conan, I think, is closest after that at 68 volumes this month. I think JoJo is also in Japanese. I think it's at 120 something in Japanese, but we're so far behind on JoJo. I haven't collected any of it physically, but I don't know where it is in terms of volumes. Oh, it does say that the new Chainsaw Man will be on next week, because it should be up. Let me have a quick. I don't like to go on my phone when I'm streaming, but let me just quickly check on the Shonen Jump app. Where are we? Chainsaw Man. Where are you? Chainsaw Man? Hello? There you are. Yeah, it says in 8 days. So normally it comes out on Tuesday, so I guess it's just 1 week hiatus. I wonder why. Did everybody watch the trailer, by the way? The Chainsaw Man trailer for the anime? Were you impressed? Were you not impressed? I think Mappa have done a pretty good job. A lot of money they made in One Piece. Yeah, not just the volumes, but obviously all the other merchandise as well. You know, the video games, all the apparel, all the clothes, everything. There are only 4 singles. You should have bought all of them. You could have sold them for a lot of money. But then again, you did the right thing and only bought just one. So somebody else could hopefully find them for a reasonable price. One Piece is the highest selling graphic novel, period. Yeah, my friend's a big Batman fan or DC fan, and I remind him often. But he doesn't care. JoJo's around 31, 33-ish. Yeah, also they are three. They're 3-in-1s, are they? I just assumed they were 2-in-1s. But yeah, it's impressive that One Piece has been going on for so long. I don't think we'll ever get another series that goes on this long. That comes out in English. Maybe in Japanese they might, but I don't think in Japanese in English. You haven't seen the preview for Chainsaw Man? You should check it out. I mean, only if you've obviously read Chainsaw Man. I think it looks good. Yeah, Born. I was thinking the same. When I heard her voice, it was like really soft, like, you know, Ada Ada Mummy kind of vibes. I don't know, in my head, I don't know what voice I was expecting. I was kind of expecting something a little bit deeper, to be honest. But I think it might work. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't think she shows up in the first chapter, does she? Well, she shows up right at the end, doesn't she? So probably by like the second, third week, we'll get a good feel of Makima. That's because Batman is best. Batman sucks. Maybe it's alright. You don't want to get your expectations way too high? Yeah, I think, like most trailers, when they announced a new anime, they only show the good parts, or the more interesting parts, should I say. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna go too far into the story. It's gonna be good. Anime only fans will think it's the best thing ever, and they'll go rush to buy the volumes, and the volumes will sell out, and there'll be a lot of hype surrounding it. But yes, It's a good time to be a Chainsaw Man fan. Why is the music? Oh, there we go. I couldn't hear the music. But yeah, no, I think it looks good. Mappa's doing a really good job. You looking forward to get... Yeah, I think everyone wants to get a good feel of Makima. Oh, wow. Woof, woof. Right. What else was there that I thought was interesting? Ah. This. UK sales for... Actually, let me see if I can... Does this look better? Yeah. These are the UK, the American sales for Tokyo Revengers, which is 5 days. It sold nearly 15, well, just over 13,000 copies, which I thought was really impressive. It would be interesting to know what the print run was for the first print. But I think this is quite impressive. The fact that it hit double or 5 digits in its first few days. We'll be interested to see what it'll be like, in a few weeks' time. But I think a lot of people were hyped to read and pick up Tokyo Revengers. I know a lot of people aren't too happy about the double front cover that you get at Barnes & Noble in America. But I've heard there's a lot of quality control issues as well. It's Kodansha, right? I've got my copy over there, but I can't remember if it's Kodansha or not. I'm pretty sure it's Kodansha. Yeah, it says... Oh, 7Cs, not Kodansha. But yeah, I've heard there's lots of quality control, a lot of issues with the printing, and also a lot of new fans weren't expecting the art to look so terrible. I haven't even looked at the art, to be honest. Langston, you'd like the Chainsaw Man trailer? Some of the voices didn't match how you imagined them. Yeah, I think the one that I was most surprised of was Makima. I think Denji was probably sounded alright to me. He kind of like a dull, kind of fed up kind of voice. I watched a reaction of when they announced the trailer. I think it was at some sort of anime expo or the Crunchyroll or some sort of Crunchyroll expo. And the crowd, it was the first time that they showed the trailer, and the crowd went crazy when they saw Power. And I think Power was probably a good shout. She has to have that energetic, bubbly, girly kind of voice, which I think has been spot on. Yeah, a lot of anime announcements. We said last stream that a Kaiju number 8 was going to have a big announcement, and anytime a popular manga series says, I've got a new announcement, Roboco did it last month or the month before, it's always going to be an anime. I would like to see Sakamoto Days. I think Sakamoto Days would be more successful. I think Undead Unluck would do pretty well. The thing is, as we said before, the first couple of volumes, the first probably 12, 13 chapters of Undead Unluck are quite pervy. And it's nothing like what the series is at the moment. And I don't think it will go very well if the anime comes out too soon. They'd have to do like a 24 episode run to get people hyped for like the second part. I reckon the first 10 episodes, maybe 8 episodes would just be hard to watch for Undead Unluck. While Sakamoto Days will just be funny from the get-go. The action scenes will be pretty good. They're not spectacular, the fighting moments, so you don't need you don't need someone like Mappa or Studio Wit to pick up Sakamoto Days or anything like that. Or UFO Table. Have I read the Fujimoto one-shots? I have. I read Goodbye Eerie. I read the most recent one that came out. I can't remember what it's called, where he did the story and then somebody else did the art. That was really good. Look Back, I haven't read because by the time I got introduced to Fujimoto and started reading Chainsaw Man, that one shot had already gone, and you could start pre-ordering the physical versions, which I've put an order in for. Yeah, Archangel, there's so this guy here I follow, Yellowstone. He doesn't do every single volume. He just does the most popular volumes. Normally it's around 4 to 2 volumes at a time. But normally once a week he'll do them. If you follow him, he does the Japanese sales as well, but most of the time he does the English ones. But yeah, it's quite impressive. The numbers are completely scaled completely differently. So the most you'll see, you see My Hero Academia is 38,000 in the space of 4 weeks. You know, My Hero Academia comes out in Japan and it's 1 million copies within the first 2 days. So it's completely crazy, considering we're so much bigger. But then they are like a manga-focused country. Yeah, Samurai Jack, you're right. Kodansha has the online rights to it. I got my publishers mixed up. Yeah, Aki sounded pretty good as well. I think they also, I personally like them all. I think they're all pretty good. You didn't expect Power. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're all good. It's just the Makima. I just was the one that confused me the most. I just didn't know if she would be like proper deep voice, mummy kind of vibes, or like just like a calm kind of voice is which they've kind of gone for. World N Salte. Now, there was a website. Let me see if I can find this website real quick. There was a website that, what was it called? There's a website that I found. Well, I say I found. I watched somebody else go through. They had a bunch of. Is this it? They had a bunch of manga that's due out in August, and that one that you mentioned was one of them. There we go. Yatatachi. Is this it? Yes. This is it. This is a website that gives you a rundown of all of the manga that's going to be coming out in August. This is specifically for America, and then just whatever. We'll get it in the UK, outside of, in Europe, whenever. The one that you mentioned, it's not out yet, I don't think. Oh, I didn't know Chihaya was digital only. I thought it was completely locked out and you just couldn't get it at all. What was the series that you just mentioned, Langston? World End Salte. Yeah, I've never heard of it before. Where is it? I'm sure I saw it somewhere. Maybe even gone past it. It's somewhere, I'm sure. But yeah, no, I've not read it. I hadn't even heard of it, to be fair. This one comes out soon. Who was it that mentioned Kaidashi Kiko? Was it Youborn that mentioned this? I'm sure somebody mentioned it. They got My Hero coming out in October 32. Yeah, it's gonna. I think My Hero's going to just keep going up and up and up and up. It's going to peak at some point, though. Wonder where he gets the figures? Yeah, I don't know, because obviously they get the Japanese figures from the Oricon website, which is pretty easy to go onto as long as you can just get the translations. But yeah, I don't know where they get the American ones. Maybe he's lying. I don't know. Maybe he works for Barnes & Noble or something. Maybe this is specifically just Barnes & Noble. But it'd be interesting to know. But what I was surprised, though, is that this is the second volume that I've seen him post of Berserk. And when I see the figures at just over 10,000, in my head I'm thinking, surely Berserk's selling way more than that. Especially when you compare it to, like, My Hero. But then I guess more kids kind of, like, enjoy shonen series more, don't they? Here in the US, Sony started monopolizing the manga. Yeah, they bought up Crunchyroll and Funimation. They just bought Right Stuff, right? Over the weekend, that got announced that they bought Right Stuff, and everyone's upset because they've taken down all like the ecchi stuff and all the not safe for work manga, Where is that manga that he was talking about? What's the date today? It is the 8th. Final Fantasy 14 picture book. Yeah, this website's pretty cool. When you look at something like this, it makes you wonder, how can people keep up to date with all of their manga? There's so much. Surely we don't have all the money in the world. It's a long list. I'm sure it's here somewhere. There was one other thing that I thought was interesting, other than the One Piece and the English volume releases, was this. Noragami and Fire Force are getting omnibus collections. Noragami is quite notoriously hard to obtain. A lot of the volumes become out of print quite quickly, and I know it's quite popular. I myself haven't read it, but I'm surprised that Fire Force has already started getting the omnibuses. Clearly it's that popular, because I think it's still ongoing. But I just assumed that omnibuses only came once a series had finished, or it was that popular. I didn't realize Fire Force was that popular enough to start doing the omnibuses. But that's quite impressive. They're also redoing Ghost in the Shell. I remember just before lockdown, I did see both copies of Ghost in the Shell for, I think, just over £10 for both of them. And I decided not to pick it up at the time. And now they're non-existent. So now they seem to be doing some sort of, I don't know, 2-in-1. I can't really tell what that says. I can't read it. The Ghost in the Shell full complete edition. I don't know what that entails though. Because there's quite a few stories for Ghost in the Shell, right? You're not really interested in figures? Yeah, I mean, if you're not interested, you're not. I think it's just quite, I don't know, just nice to know that how well a manga is doing. And I just think it's interesting when you compare the figures compared to Japanese, how much more they sell over there in comparison to here. Oh, sorry, I didn't read the whole of your comment, but you want the Chainsaw Man figures. They do official Chainsaw Man figures? Oh, you ordered a copy, did you? Archangel. Is there a fit? I'm sure it just said digital, though. Well, the fact that you've ordered it. Anyways, I don't have time to go through everything. It's a long list. There's so much manga on here. I don't know how anyone can keep up to date with everything. Also, in August, Tokyo Revengers Volume 2 is coming out, which is Volume 3 and 4. So that will be quite interesting to see how quick they release the rest of the schedules. Right. It'll be Volume 1, 1.5, and 2. Do they have any side stories? I feel like I've seen side stories for Ghost in the Shell. Or maybe it's not even the same Ghost in the Shell, something completely different. Oh, Chainsaw Man figures from the Mappa panel. I see, I see. Let me see if I can find some copies. I mean, this looks badass. This is the front cover for Volume 1, I think. That's what it looks like anyway. Look at power. She's powerful. She looks great. Amazing as always. All right, let's... Whoa, why are you so loud? Let's turn you down a little bit. Right. I said I can't be on for too long, but I do have enough time to do a quick manga unboxing. Now, I did a Marvel stream last week, so I most likely have most of those coming in today. Yeah, the figures look absolutely amazing. I wish I had more space and money to buy figures, because some of them look absolutely amazing. I'm not much of a figure person. I do have one figure. I have a Luffy figure, and that's around it. But I won that in a Yu-Gi-Oh competition. But yeah, some people make me jealous with the figures that they have. Right, let's get going with the first package. Nope. I have The Elusive Samurai. Now, this is another series that I thought I had already cancelled. This is volume 1. Why is the thing so bright? Let me change that real quick. Da, 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 da. That was too dark. All my cameras have gone. I'm just going to have to leave it like this for now. Yeah, I'm not too sure if I might end up returning this one. Although I am keeping up to date with it weekly, I'm not too sure if I want to collect this one physically. I kind of just stuck it in the pre-orders a few months ago just because. But yeah, it's quite. It's not particularly historically accurate, but it follows a young samurai warrior, and his way of battling is just by running away, basically. His family are completely killed, and he has to kind of take back the throne, sort of thing. I think it follows accurate historical figures. It uses a lot of the same names. It's quite interesting. It's a typical shonen series. It's also done by the same mangaka as Assassination Classroom, is it? Which is quite cool. A couple of weeks ago, they did a 1 year front page, and it had the teacher, the alien teacher, on the picture as well, which is quite cool. Yeah, I might end up giving this one back just because I'm not particularly enjoying it as of like the last 12 or 13 or so chapters. And I've already got so many series that I'm collecting, but I might have to give this one back, or I might give this one to my brother. Okay, Joe, you got manga, you got Gundam kits, so you should stream that. That's like 20 hours worth of content. What Gundam do you have? And how long did it take? You read the first chapter and you wasn't too impressed? Yeah, I think it starts off really interesting, especially, you know, if you go into it knowing that it's a shonen series. You kind of understand the tropes, and you just have to wait probably maybe until chapter 20 before anything kind of gets moving. But yeah, I don't know if I'll continue this one. I might just send it back just to save myself a bit of money, because I know when volume 2 comes out, I probably won't pick it up, and then before I know it, it will be a year down the line. I won't even bother. I'll be so far behind. You know what? That's a brilliant idea. Yeah, you should do it. Yeah, a couple of cameras. Make sure the lighting's all good. Because that is literally... They take a long time. I've seen people do them for like 5 hours. And some people, you know, they get the fresh box and they do all the cut-ins of all the pieces immediately and separate them. That takes an hour sometimes. I would love a Gunpla. What I've always wanted... and I look maybe once a month. I'll look if anyone ever remembers Metabots, the anime from the early 90s or late 90s, maybe even early 2000s. The main character has a robot called Metabee, and I would love a kit for him. I found one once, and it was, I think, 200, nearly £300, which is a little bit annoying, a little bit too expensive. Because they do another one that looks exactly like Metabee, but it's not officially Metabee. He's like a newer model, and I didn't really want that one, but it was a lot cheaper. Thunderbolt is best. Do you guys tend to keep up to date with any Gundam series? I know the Origins manga is quite popular amongst collectors. Let's see what else we have here. This is a single volume, although it's in a... The Summit of the Gods. This won the Marble Race last week. And that's I think it's 5 volumes. I'm looking forward to this one. I don't know if these are just 5 volumes or if these are 2-in-1s. Yeah, I don't know anything about this one. I can't remember. Was it Youborn who recommended this one. But I don't recognize either of the manga artists. Well, one does the story, one does the art. But it looks great. I'm looking forward to reading this. Wait, it takes a few days to make the Gunpla? There you go, you can do a 24-hour stream. It's crazy how you guys remember all the model names for the Gundams. Man, I wish I was more knowledgeable about Gundam. Next. Single book of Even Though We Are Adults. This was the second winner for the marble race. This is also done by Shimura, who also did the series that I just recently read. What was it called? Sweet Blue Flowers, about young teenage or pre-teenage girls in love. This one seems to be about adults, but probably going to be the same Yuri kind of feel. Oh, this one's issued by 7 Seas. But yeah, the book is actually tiny. Is this? Man, 7 Seas. I love the feel for 7 Seas. I've always been jealous of the Japanese manga books because they're so much smaller. Let me go get one copy. Yeah, it's not too far off. So this is a standard Viz book, and then this is the 7 Seas style, the small ones anyway, and then this is the Japanese text, Japanese book. Height-wise, they are almost the same. Yeah, the Japanese one's pretty small, but yeah, they just feel so nice in your hand, so compact, so tiny. That's why I like the 7 Seas ones. It's nice. Who's the Israeli guy? Dude, what are you doing? Let's see. I don't think I can do anything about him. Your Amazon orders never come in good condition. I'm sorry about that. I've only had one instance, but hopefully for the rest of them that you order, they'll be okay. Maybe you can just, I don't know, stick to buying in person. A bot? Maybe a bot. I don't know. I can't right click on him. Normally you can ban people on YouTube, but it doesn't allow me to... Can I put this back in? I can't, can I? What happens if I do this? No, I can't click. Ah, there we go. I can do remove. And then before I do that on the second one, hide user on this channel. Just quick note. If you ever hide anybody on your YouTube channel, there is no way to unhide them. And when you hide them, what it means is that their messages and comments do not show up in chat. They don't show up in the comment section at all. So the viewer, the subscribers, and the person, the owner of the channel as well, can't see any of their comments. And there's no way of undoing it. So they just kind of type and text into the void. You reported it as well? Oh, thanks, dude. But yeah, I really enjoy the 7 Seas size book. Only lately have I started buying 7 Seas books. I've had Succubus and Hitman. What else do I have? Our Dreams at Dusk and Die Dark. Yeah, the volume sizes are really nice. Really chill. Right. Then I have one more. What else won the marble race? I can't remember now. Amazon are rough. Yeah, they are pretty bad at times. I'm sure we've all had bad experiences and good experiences with Amazon. This is also single volume. Ah, Sakamoto Days, Volume 2. I've seen a lot of people obtain their Volume 3 a lot earlier than normal. But yeah, I haven't started reading physically yet. I'm still up to date with Sakamoto Days. I still think it's so good. It's probably one of my new favourites. I've been enjoying My Hero as of late. Not so much Jujutsu Kaisen. But out of the new series, probably Sakamoto Days in the last year, I think has probably been my favourite. And Marsh as well. Magical Muscle. What else have I been enjoying? Actually really enjoying the Aliens Area, or Area Aliens. The new series that just came out. That's pretty cool. It reminds me of Men in Black. I don't think it's doing so well though. You always get the sex bots. Of course you do. It's that raw masculine energy that you exude. Alright, so small haul this week. I don't think I'll have much more, to be honest. I'm also not going to be doing any more marble streams for a while. Because with a lot of the marble streams, there's been at least one every single series, every time I've done it. Which is, and one of the winners is a long running series. So I need to pick up on some of those. Because although I released a video a little while ago that I'd got 100% up to date with my manga collection, I'm now falling behind again. Because I keep buying too much. You just think the Swedish Amazon isn't good? I think just Amazon are notorious for pushing their employees to the limits, make sure that everything's delivered really quickly and also packaged really quickly as well. Obviously, in a lot of countries, you have next day delivery. Sometimes the next day delivery, you can order that at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And if it's next day delivery, someone's got to be there and find the item, shove it into a box and, ship it out. Sometimes they don't close them properly. Sometimes they're a bit too rough. Then obviously the delivery man or woman, come in, throw the Amazon package. They don't handle them very well. But yeah, that is my small manga collection, manga unboxing. And then for the manga that I've been reading, I wanted to try and... I've only got Bakuman and Nisekoi to read left. Once I read those two, I can then move on to One Piece. Everything else I'm pretty much up to date on. So I just read 7 volumes of Nisekoi. Nothing too special. I'm missing a volume. Oh, it's here. Yeah, it's just a basic shonen rom-com. Harem, if you will. And it escalates ridiculously. It's the only reason I'm enjoying this is so I want to see how high it can escalate. It gives plot twist after plot twist after plot twist, and it's just all for convenience sake. But yeah, if you've read, I don't know, Love Hina, Quintessential Quintuplets, it's exactly the same thing. It's just a basic harem series. I wouldn't say it's good. I am interested to see how it plays out though. But 25 volumes. I'm not looking forward to 25 volumes of romance. Of will they, won't they? Is there a strike going on at Amazon at the moment? I have no idea. I'm not too sure. It wouldn't surprise me. You guys still on the Gundam talk? I know I haven't checked out Stage S yet. Where? Let me... It's on the Manga Plus app, right? It's not on... It's not on the Jump app, is it? No. Yeah, it's on the Manga Plus website. I'll give it a read tonight. I've stuck it in my favorites. Nisekoi went too long. Yeah, I think, well, when did it come out? 2012, I think it came out. So I think at that time, the new editor hadn't started yet. I think, when did the new editor start? 2016, I think, or 15. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get, as we've mentioned before, we're not going to get too many more series that run indefinitely. But yeah, I know you're not a big fan, Born, of the will they, won't they kind of romance. I don't know how many chapters they are. Probably 200, close to 250. Yeah, I think that's the difference between... I can understand why there's a big thing at the moment with a lot of popular romance shonen series. At the moment, it's Blue Box, which a lot of people are enjoying. But I know a lot of people in the shoujo and josei community, they're not big fans of it because the characters are so one-dimensional, or they say they're one-dimensional, and they don't have a lot of depth to them in comparison to unpopular shoujo series. But when you read a series like Nisekoi, you can understand what they mean. But then again, it's telling romance a completely different way to how the josei series and shoujo series tell their stories. Or do they do 2 chapters at once? Alright, well, after stream, I will most definitely pick it up. I'll read a few chapters. How many chapters are there? How many did I see? There are 14 chapters. Why does it do it twice a week? How long are the chapters? That's crazy. But it's interesting that they're doing 2 chapters a week. I don't really understand it, but I mean, it's good for us. Yeah, I'll read it for sure. 100%, I promise. Right. I did say this wasn't going to be a very long stream, and it's not. Unfortunately, I do have to end. I've had a very busy weekend. I played the new Dragon Ball The Breakers game, which is like Dead by Daylight, if anyone's played those games. But I had a very packed weekend. I met up with a couple of friends, met up with my mother, installed a new TV for her. I drank way too much yesterday at the restaurant with my friend, who I hadn't seen for a while. But it was fun. It was all good. But I just need to catch up on a few things, which is why I can't stream too late. But, as always, before I end the stream, I do have a video that has just gone live if you would like to check that out. I've tried to calculate the total value of Boogie Snacks's manga collection. He did a manga collection video a couple weeks ago, and a lot of his viewers filter through to me, and kind of just to make them feel comfortable here, I decided just to make a Boogie Snacks video. You don't have to watch it, but if you want to watch it, feel free to click on it, let it run to the end. Maybe give it a like. You don't have to comment. But if you're going to click on it, please watch it to the end. If you don't have time, just don't click on it. Come back later. It's fine. But yeah, that's all up and running. I might end up, if this video does well, I might do another one because there's a few other people that I would love to do calculation tours for. Archangel, I look forward to some guitar streams and some Gundam streams. Maybe a 24-hour Gundam stream, see how fast you can finish it. As always, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for chilling with me. And I will be here probably next week, Monday. I'll try and do most Mondays. Well, enjoy the rest of your evenings, your mornings, your afternoons. And I will see you next time.